Storm Team Weather. Here's Chief Meteorologist Josh Johns.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Josh, you said maybe towards the end of the week we could be expecting a cold front, right?
A little bit of one, a very, very small one, but that wasn't the case today. Check out this shot. This is from Reed Dickey's back porch and wall. And if you're looking at that very closely, it says 109 degrees. Now, we don't have anything official that said 109 degrees. But it wouldn't surprise me if you reached 109 degrees out in Wall. At least we had a nice sunset. You know, after dealing with all this heat, it's pretty nice to have a nice sunset. There's a nice sunset right there. And now just a very warm evening still in place. Take a look, because this is what went down in the record books today. We hit a high of 106 at Mathis Field. Our low this morning was 95. Now, 106 was just below the low of 107. Or just below the record high of 107, rather, but it got even warmer across some spots. Here's what you saw this today in the Concho Valley. 105 in Sterling City. It got up to 107 in Ballinger and at OH-Ivy Reservoir. 102 in Brady. 103 in Grape Creek. No one staying in the 90s. 106 in Junction and 100 degrees in Ozona. But it was even hotter across other portions of the state. Waco actually broke a record high today. They reached 108 degrees. They haven't seen that warm of air since 2011 in August. Also 108 in Wichita Falls, 100 in Amarillo. The cooler spots down along the coastline. That's the only place you didn't see the 100s. 93 in Corpus Christi and 96 in Houston. And it could be getting even hotter tomorrow, not only here, but across the state. The heat is on with that excessive heat warning in place. Multiple days at 105 and likely breaking records as we go into the weekend. Probably breaking one tomorrow. Didn't break one today, but probably will tomorrow. Everyone in the pink right here is under that excessive heat warning. That's for highs reaching 105 to 108 through Friday. Down to the south along the I-10 corridor, only a heat advisory. High temperatures still going to reach 105. So wherever you are, you need to be taking your heat precautions. Drink plenty of water, stay away from alcohol, limit times outdoors, have a place to cool off. Don't leave your pets and kids in the cars, and be sure to check on the elderly. Still very warm, 95 degrees in Dallas-Fort Worth at this time of night. 91 in San Angelo, is still dealing with 90s across the Concho Valley. 88 in Ozona right now, 95 in Robert Lee, 92 in Brady, and 88 in Fort McCabe. Look across the state. This has been just plain toasty with plenty of those heat advisories and warnings in effect. There's an excessive heat warning not only in the Concho Valley, but all the way towards Dallas-Fort Worth, where they may be dealing with temperatures approaching 110 by the time we get into the weekend. The only cold front on the maps off to the east, it's not heading our way, and we look in the upper levels to see what's controlling our weather with the high pressure still in place. You can see this ridge right here is going to build right over the Concho Valley as we go into the weekend. That's when those temperatures may approach 108 here, and then it's going to push off to the west a little bit heading into Monday. That sends the flow aloft out of the north following this line right here, and that may bring a weak cold front, some disturbances our way. That may be enough to squeeze out a shower as we go into Monday and Tuesday, but I think things are going to stay pretty dry, so I haven't put anything on the board yet, but maybe a little bit of relief as we head into next week. 76 degrees tonight, mainly clear with winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For your Thursday, 107. I raised it by a degree because I was off by a degree today. Sunny and hot again. Take your heat precautions with that excessive heat warning in effect. 107 here, but we could be touching 108 in Ballinger some spots. Wouldn't surprise me if we hit 109. Record, by the way, 105. Set back in the hot summer of 2011. We're likely breaking that tomorrow. Normally, we should be at 95 this time of year, but this is abnormal. It's just hot. Take a look at your 7-day forecast, because it's going to get even hotter as we go into the weekend. 107 Thursday, 107 Friday. We're up to 108 Saturday. And still staying 107 as we go into Monday. I think that cold front may arrive Tuesday or Wednesday. Won't change much, but it will bring a few more clouds into the area, and that may cool us down to 103 or 102. And don't forget about winning with the weather by Thursday night at midnight. Sign up for your chance to win this pair of Sonos One wireless speakers from our friends at Budget Blinds. Announcing that winner during KSAN News at 6 on Friday, July 20th. But Mariah's going to be very hot as we go into the weekend. Yeah. Plenty of water. Stay away from the alcohol. Find a cool place to go. Maybe sit in the pool for a little while. And if you do, use sunscreen, because the UV index is still high. Yeah, I always forget the sunscreen and the bug spray. I do too, and then I get burned. Yeah, me too. And then it hurts. Yeah, I'm sure it's worse for you because you're a little bit lighter skinned. Oh, I burn easily. Yeah. I look like a dang lobster. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. All right, worst burn was like South Padre Island. Really? Yeah. Well, you're closer to the sun. Oh, that's true. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, well, speaking of heat, coming up later in the show, we'll announce this week's winner of the Beat the Heat contest.